I will now call the mother. Ma'am, can you state your name for the record?
Andrea Polly.
And ma'am, what's the name of the child in this case?
Zion Cates.
And he lives with you?
Yes, ma'am.
And ma'am, we have a partial agreement, is that correct?
Yes.
And we have some issues that the judge we need his help on. Is that true?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I'm talking about the agreements that I just read. Did you hear those?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
Are those still your agreements?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'm gonna get into the contested issues, okay?
Okay.
Um, Regarding the geographic restriction, is it your wish that you don't want any restriction on your child's address?
Correct.
Okay, and you live in Dallas County, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
To your knowledge, and I'll ask him in a little bit, does the father live in Dallas County?
No.
Okay, what county to your knowledge does he live in?
Potter County.
Where's that?
Amarillo, Texas.
Okay.
All right, guys, buckle up. This case starts hot. The mother, Andrea Polly, steps up first as the courtroom goes silent. She confirms her child, Zion Cates, lives with her and admits there's only a partial agreement. The rest? Total chaos. The attorney dives straight into the main battle, whether there should be a geographic restriction on the child's location. Andrea doesn't hesitate. She refuses any limits. Dallas County, Amarillo County? She's not agreeing to either. This mom clearly wants her freedom, and she's not backing down.
Um, Ma'am, would you be in agreement to a geographic restriction to Dallas and Amarillo counties?
No.
Okay. Do you have plans in another city?
No, I don't.
Okay. Ma'am, are you asking for retroactive support?
I am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and we calculated for 12 months, the state did, at $1,788 to be repaid at $40. Are you okay with that?
Yes, ma'am.
How old's the child?
He just turned 1 yesterday.
Okay, so that's why it's just for 12 months.
Right.
And that, has he given you any support in the
No,
last 12 months?
ma'am.
Okay, did you have them blocked or anything?
Questioning gets sharper. Andrea admits she lives in Dallas while the father lives way out in Amarillo. She doesn't plan to move, but her refusal to accept any restrictions sets off alarms. The attorney pivots to retroactive child support, 12 months, $1,788, payable at $40 a month. Andrea agrees immediately. Her calm tone contrasts the tension in the room. The child just turned 1 yesterday, and Andrea claims the father hasn't helped financially at all. The judge leans in. This is about to get personal.
Anything?
So whenever I was with my maternity leave, I was in Amarillo with my parents, and he lives here. So
Ma'am,
trying to,
if you
so,
can just
so
answer my question, please.
he is blocked. Yes.
Okay, so just to clarify, how long has he been blocked for?
Around his birthday last year, August,
Okay,
middle of August.
okay. Um, and then we may get into the reasons in a little bit,
Okay.
okay?
Okay.
How was he supposed to get you financial support if he was blocked?
His family.
Okay. Ma'am, was there a protective order in the past
Yes, there were 2.
against the father?
Yep. 2019, 2021, I believe.
Okay. Have those protective orders since expired?
Yes. Expired 2023.
Okay. And when was the last time?
All right, things are heating up now. Andrea confesses she blocked the father. The courtroom tightens. The judge wants to know, how long has he been blocked? She admits it's been since August last year. The attorney presses, how was he supposed to send support if you blocked him? Andrea deflects, saying his family could have helped. That answer stirs a storm, the implication that communication was cut by choice. You can feel the frustration building. This isn't just legal talk anymore. It's emotional warfare.
That you physically saw the father?
It was around August last year, 2017, right before I blocked.
So what was the year that you saw him?
2024, sorry.
Okay.
In August.
Okay. So since the expiration of the protective order, specifically the last 2 years, have there been any family violence incidents?
No.
Okay. Ma'am, do you want your address to remain private?
Yes.
Okay. And what is the reason?
I just don't want him showing up at my house.
Okay. Has he done that before?
Judge digs deeper. Protective orders? Yes, two against the father in 2019 and 2021. They expired just last year. For the first time, we see why this relationship is beyond repair. The father's past is coming back to haunt him. Andrea's voice shakes slightly, but she stays firm. She hasn't seen him since August last year, the same time she blocked him. No new violence since the orders expired, but her fear is clear. She wants her address kept private, not out of spite, out of survival.
No.
Okay. And are you willing to use the app Close to communicate with the father?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Ma'am, this is your opportunity to tell the judge anything that you think he should know that I haven't asked you. So is there anything else you would like to add?
Is this where I could go into the reasons?
Yes.
So just that the reason why he was blocked is because whenever I was here for maternity leave after I had our baby, we made efforts to try to get him to see our baby. And whenever we would have like a time and place set, and it would be like at his family's, and it would come to like an hour or two before we're supposed to meet. And like he either goes ghost, like where I don't hear from him till late at night, or he'll just drop a bomb on me like he can't see our baby. And so after me.
Why do you want your address hidden? The attorney asks. Andrea's answer cuts deep. I just don't want him showing up at my house. It's powerful, chilling. The judge grants her moment to say more. Andrea seizes it. She recounts how, after giving birth, she tried over and over to let the father meet their baby. Each time, he went silent, canceled, vanished, or made excuses. Her voice breaks with anger. He didn't even look at his son the one time they met after the hospital. That's the heartbreak of this case.
Trying to do that a few times being here during my maternity leave, trying to make it easy for him. That's the reason why I came back to Amarillo, to be with my parents, and so he could try to have access to our son since he lives here. He didn't even take the opportunity to even see his baby ever since he's seen him in the hospital. And there was an instance at his family's that whenever we were there visiting his side of the family, he didn't even acknowledge. He came in surprisingly and didn't even acknowledge his son. And so that's what really made me upset, that you can't even acknowledge your own son. We're here at your family's. You don't have to talk to me, that's fine. But he didn't even come up and look at our baby or nothing. And that was his first time seeing him since the hospital.
Thank you for that information. I will now call the father. Sir, can you state your name for the record?
Richard Cates.
And Mr. Cates, we can get into the contested issues.
All right, guys, this is where everything flips. The court calls the father Richard Cates. His tone? Calm but defensive. The attorney reminds him some agreements were reached. But now come the contested issues. Richard immediately refuses to pay retroactive support. He insists he couldn't contact Andrea, she blocked me. He's angry but measured, trying to sound reasonable. Yet his words expose the same cold distance Andrea described. The courtroom energy changes. Now it's his turn under the microscope.
And you'll have an opportunity, just like the mother, to respond to whatever it is you want to respond to. But first, let's talk about the strides that we made. We reached some agreements. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And those agreements that I announced to the judge, are those portions still your agreements?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let's switch gears and move on to the contested issues. Sir, did you hear the mother's request for retroactive support?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Are you in agreement that retroactive support should be ordered?
No, ma'am.
Okay. And tell Judge Aguilar why retroactive should not be ordered.
Because during the time with him being born and now, I haven't been able to reach the mother, and it's like just no communication. This is what the communication has come to.
Judge asks about his living situation. Amarillo? Dallas? He's vague, says he moves back and forth for work. He cuts trees, does odd jobs. It's unstable, uncertain, and the judge knows it. Then comes the big question: geographic restriction. Andrea didn't want one, but Richard suddenly insists the child must stay in Dallas. He doesn't want her just up and leaving. The tension returns full force. Both parents want control, but for completely different reasons. The air feels heavy. You can sense judgment approaching.
Between the courts. And I agree to pay every month, but I don't agree to pay the back pay.
Okay. Sir, is it true that you live in Amarillo, Texas?
No, ma'am. I'm back and forth because I have two other kids here.
Okay. So do you work? What city do you work in?
I work here when I come. I cut trees or, I clean
Where's here,
buildings.
sir? Where's
Oh,
here?
here in Amarillo.
Okay, so you right now and you're logged in from Amarillo, Texas. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, just double checking. And did you hear the mother's request for no geographic restriction on the child's address?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, what's your opinion on that?
Oh, that's fine. I'm not gonna argue with it. I mean, if she don't want me to have her address, that's fine.
Sir, I'm actually asking about something different. Do you
Oh,
want
okay.
do you want the child to remain in Dallas County?
Oh no, man. Yes, ma'am. I do. I don't want her.
Now it gets personal again. The father says he's fine with not having Andrea's address, but wants the same privacy. The judge reminds him, "You're not the one in danger here." Richard agrees reluctantly. Then he refuses to use the AppClose app, the court's communication tool for separated parents. His reason? "I'll talk through my family." The courtroom freezes. That's exactly what caused the chaos before. You can feel the judge's patience wearing thin. This father isn't making his case any stronger. He's digging a deeper hole.
Be able to just up and leave with him.
Okay. And sir, we'll talk about the non-disclosure now. So you're okay with not having her address, is that true?
Yes, ma'am.
But are you requesting to have her phone number?
Not. I mean, not necessarily. I just if I wanted to go both ways, if mine could be the same way.
Okay, so whatever the judge orders for her, you want it to be the same for you regarding non-disclosure. Is that what your testimony is?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, sir, are you willing to communicate through AppClose?
No, ma'am.
Okay, and what's the reason?
I just don't want to do that. I can communicate with my sister or my mom like had already planned with the visitation part.
And you understand that AppClose would be
Questioning turns sharp. The judge brings up past family violence. Richard admits it. There were protective orders, though now expired. He claims he's off probation and insists he never committed violence against Andrea. But the records say otherwise. The judge notes the contradiction. This man doesn't seem to understand how serious this history is. The courtroom grows quiet again as everyone feels the tension between denial and reality. The mother's fear suddenly makes perfect sense.
an app on the phone that you would communicate with the mother on, not your other family members. Do you
Yes,
understand that?
ma'am. Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
But you still don't want to use it, is that correct?
No, ma'am. I don't want to
Okay,
use.
understood. All right, let's talk about family violence. There was a protective order in the past. Is that true?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, but it's expired, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, are you on probation for any conviction regarding family violence or anything like that?
I was. I'm not anymore.
Okay, when did you complete your probation?
Uh, 5 months ago.
Okay. Have you had any incidents of family violence with the mother since?
Oh no, I never had an incident with family violence with her. It was just protective order.
Okay. Was it a criminal protective order or a civil protective order?
Civil.
Thank you. Sir, this is your opportunity. If there's anything else that the judge should know, is there anything you would like to add?
Um, no, ma'am. Just besides the fact that I did reach out to her and we did set up times to meet in Amarillo when she was on her maternity leave.
Asked for final comments, Richard says something that shocks everyone. He blames Andrea's parents. Says they didn't like him. That's why he couldn't see his child. He paints himself as the victim, claiming she blocked him after a vacation with his daughter. But the judge's face says it all. This story doesn't hold up. His excuses sound weak against Andrea's consistent testimony. You can almost hear the audience thinking, this man doesn't get it. The tension peaks. The judgment is coming next, and it's not going his way.
But it's like her parents don't like me, so I couldn't go over there and see my child. She wanted to come, to it was always my family house, and I just felt some type of way about that. And also the reason because I was blocked is because I went on a trip with my little girl, and after I got back from the trip is when I was blocked. We went on just a little vacation trip, and that's what made her block me. Not my opinion.
Thank you. I pass this witness.
All right, the parts you agreed to at the beginning, those are all fine with me, and they'll be part of the court order. If y'all don't both live in the Dallas area, there's no need for a geographic restriction. Miss Polly can move just like you can, Mr. Cates. You're moving freely between here and Amarillo or anywhere you want to go, and so she should have that same right to move. If y'all both permanently lived here in Dallas, then that would be a different story. But if you're moving here and there often, then she should have the same right. So I'm not doing the geographic restriction at all. If there's been family violence before and we've gotten to as far as getting protective orders, that it's pretty serious. They don't just give out protective orders for no reason. So even though they're old, I'm making a finding there's been family violence in your case. And that makes sense. That tracks very well as far as why we have some of the issues that y'all have today, that y'all don't communicate well with each other, that y'all cannot.
Here it is Judge Aguilar speaks, and she doesn't hold back. No geographic restriction, she declares. Andrea can move freely just like Richard already does. The courtroom shifts. The father lowers his head. Then comes the finding family violence did occur. The judge says it loud and clear. Protective orders aren't given for no reason. The crowd feels the weight of those words. She sides with Andrea for non-disclosure of her address, ensuring her safety remains priority. Finally, the power dynamic shifts for good.
Figure out how to make this work. And I understand that. That makes sense. So I'm granting Miss Polly's request for non-disclosure of her address. She does not have to let you know, Mr. Cates, where she lives. She does need, of course, participate with the visitation if you're going to do that. So she does need to meet at the exchange location. The protective order was against you, Mr. Cates, not against Miss Polly. So I can't grant you a non-disclosure for you. She is not a danger to you. You're a danger to her. So that's why she's getting a non-disclosure request granted. Y'all need to keep other people out of your business, although I know we need some help since we've had family violence. So those visitations with the help, that sounds great. That makes sense. But y'all too need to communicate as parents, not through other people. You cannot involve other people in your business. And sometimes things get lost in translation or the way things are said. So you need to be able to talk to each other directly. Obviously, y'all have had family violence issues, so that tells me y'all cannot communicate very well together. But y'all have to be able to communicate directly, not indirectly through other people. So I'm adding that you all are ordered to communicate through the App Close app, the free app where you can talk to each other or text each other through there. And then if you need to, if there's any language that's needs to be used against someone in court, it can be printed.
Judge isn't done yet. She lays down order after order. Andrea gets privacy, but both must use App Close for communication. She demands respect, civility, and direct contact, not through family. Her tone is firm, her patience gone. Keep others out of your business, she warns. The courtroom has gone from tense to silent. Everyone knows this is real justice being delivered. The judge's authority fills the air. This is how a courtroom should sound. No drama, just truth and accountability.
It out and brought before a court. So make sure you behave on there. It needs to be just language about the child only and that kind of thing, and be civil. If there's been family violence, obviously that's the reason why you were blocked. Makes sense to me. I would probably do the same thing if somebody was threatening violence or been violent with me. So it's not like it's just that she disappeared. She disappeared because of her family violence. I can't punish her because you committed family violence on her and say that you shouldn't owe any back child support. Our number's not very big, so that's good. I'm glad we're not entering a large judgment, but you owe support from when the child was born, not from today. So retroactive support judgment granted in the amount of $1,788 payable at $40 a month until paid in full. All right, the Attorney General's office will draft an order with all that in there and email you all a copy of the order. Make sure you all read it. If you have any questions, you should first read the order. That'll probably answer your question. Make sure the Attorney General's office knows where you're employed so they can take this money out of your check, and so that your payments are consistent, so that your child can have some money, some assistance from their father. Anytime you get a raise, we need to probably increase it. 239 is not very much, but that's what it is based on your income as of today. All right, y'all are done with court. You can press leave on the Zoom to exit out. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you.
Right, guys, the verdict's final and it's powerful. The father must pay $1,788 in back child support, $40 per month until it's done. The judge closes with clear, cold logic. You owe support from the day your child was born. She signs off, reminding both sides that parenting isn't about revenge, it's about responsibility. The Zoom call ends, but the message echoes. If you bring your mess into court, be ready for the truth. This case is done and justice just spoke loud and clear.